Let's try this again. So for the 30 or 40 or so that actually follow every episode every week, you'd have noticed that last week there was no episode. Reason for that was not just because I was busy, but I was also kind of stuck in my brain, head-wise, because of some news I found out. Now, last week, I thought, based on the original schedule, that things would be a little bit easier, but things got rearranged to make things move smoother for the coming weeks, and I ended up having to shoot a lot more scenes than I expected, which is fine. It actually keeps me on my toes, and at least I'm doing a bunch of work. But whilst I was doing that, on Monday, when I'd usually shoot these episodes and then post them up, my wife called and sent me some videos, because apparently in KL, whilst I was here in Port Dickson, there were huge storms on Monday and most of that week, but Monday especially. And my home office room, my little man cave, got flooded. I mean, by the time she came, a lot of the water was soaked into the parquet floor, but there was a lot still left, and it was dripping down the stairs, reaching the kitchen downstairs, and leaking out from the floor all the way down to the ceiling of the dining room underneath. And finding all that out whilst I'm here in Port Dickson, not being able to do anything, was pretty fucking sucky, as you can imagine. So, whilst I'm trying to keep my head in the game and shoot all this stuff, in the back of my head, I'm just wondering about, the fuck is going to be the state of my house, and how's the rest of the week going to turn out? Because, if the roof's leaking that badly and it's going to be storming every day, what's going to be happening? By the time I got home on Friday, I got to see to what extent all of this was, and pretty extensive water damage, as you can imagine, with the parquet floor. So all the parquet tiles and even just bits that were connected together were all bulbous. They were all popping up, they were breaking out. They all got absorbed with so much liquid, they got fat and just popped up. A bunch of my IKEA furniture in there, as you can imagine. IKEA cheap furniture is usually made from MDF and not real wood, so water damage is a definite. And one of the corners, because apparently it was just leaking through 3 different corners, one of the corners is right next to the bookshelf where I keep all my filmmaking documents, all my hard drives, going back 20 years. And my PC is there, which is kind of a blessing because it's above the ground, so that's good, so it didn't get wet. But it was kind of scary having it on this water-damaged bookshelf, which was only staying up because of the weight of everything that was on it. And so yeah, I came back, and first thing I did all of Friday was basically move everything out of that room, as much of it as I can out, and set up the editing desk in the guest room, which is a lot smaller. So now I have a very small, cozy space to edit, but it's still doable. But as you can imagine, that took all day, taking the table, taking the computers, reconnecting everything, making sure everything's okay. Yeah. So then when Saturday rolled around, I started editing because I had a ton of edits to catch up on. And at the same time, I had to meet up with my neighbor and his contractor, together with my own contractor, to explain what's been going on. So part of me was kind of expecting, because, it's a new neighbor who's renovating his house. I don't know the guy, so, a part of me is expecting, what if this becomes a confrontation, first time meeting the dude, all that stuff, I don't know what he's like. But it actually turned out pretty okay. That was the good news. It actually turned out pretty okay. The guy was really understanding when they saw what happened. Yeah, they're going to help out with fixing up everything once it's dried up. Because the crux of the matter is the rain was coming in that day when the storm hit. They were in the middle of doing up that side of the roof of that house, and they didn't manage to finish it because of the rain, which left a lot of openings for water to go through. So yeah. But by now they're already fixed up that side of the roof on the house, so there's no more water seeping in, because on Friday it was raining half the day and no leaks anymore, so that's good. And they're going to help out to fix the floor and fix all the parquet, or just replace it with something else, I don't know. But yeah, it's weird, one thing I've realized over this shoot is the more I've been doing this shoot, the more I realize how much I miss my home. You know? I miss being at home. I miss being with my wife. I miss doing shit at home. Like, it was great for the first week or two being away for once, especially post-pandemic, being able to travel out of state. But now it's reached that point where, like, I want to be home. I like being home. You know what I mean? So finding out that something's up in my home that I can't do anything about was really, really affecting me, just really bugging the shit out of me. But thankfully, that's all sorted. And I guess we'll have to see how the month goes before I'll be able to start sorting out my old man cave, which is annoying, really, because I had it all set up exactly how I liked it, and now I've taken out most of the furniture. Now I got to take out a few more bits of furniture and all the stuff from the walls and see what I'm going to do with it after they fix it. So we'll see how that goes. I'm actually shooting this in between slots. Just oversaw one of the scenes just now, then came back, and then I'm going to be going back to set much later tonight to continue shooting. So it's going to get interesting, folks. I'm just glad that things at home are okay. Anyway, till next time.